You see on the minimap, he's fallen all the way back. And actually, Sprout, they're starting now to take some information on B. The rotate's coming in. And now it's a question of whether these rotates can get here before those T's commit their way up.
Pretty slow from the get-go, to be honest with you, and it's given a lot of time to think on that Sprout side of things, and they've guessed correctly with where the stack is at. You know, that deep push in, going to give them a lot of info. However, you've got to land the shots. The Glocks up close, of course, are deadly. Not a single kill coming in for the CT side just yet. Faven does steal one away.
Sprout here, actually, they're thinking about, we need to take some information with this site loaded up. They almost push right into the jaws of those terrorist players. And Flatcher tries to take the first duel. Key chimes in. So many players around this kind of banana position. Sonari trades back. Given a lot of ground here as Rouse, as Spiddy's committed in behind the truck. Finds the first and a little bit of pressure now. He's a bit trapped. They know he is, but the flashbang Scriv, it's perfect. It's just GXX and
slowly making their way in. Not a lot of utility down, so a lot of open angles here to work with. It's the AWP taking contact. They've given the sight up. He not even peeking. Waits for his flash. Good for one. Maybe wanted another off the back of that, though. We've got the secondary AWP here. Spiddy hitting flicks like it's going out of style. Beautiful stuff. 3 versus 2. There's some low HP bars. Definitely could swing back in favor of the Blink side, but they lack this post-plant utility, as we've talked about. A lot of Molotovs, a lot of flashes to gain ground here on the Sprout side, and they have done just that. Down goes the first, down goes the second.
Again, Sprout got another opportunity to rack up more CT rounds, build up some more CT economy, and exploding up connector by these terrorist players. Key's getting trapped in the open. Slacks does find the refrag, though, so...
and win the round. Kind of in that order, honestly. There is a point, certainly, in rounds like this where that checklist might flip if you get...
Synopsy alone in towards connector, and actually the flash didn't catch him. It was a nice idea to flash in as Key swings down. Nonetheless, opening pick goes the way of Sprout, and if for nothing else, Squiv, their flashes for their teammates this game so far have been phenomenal from Sprout. But actually, if you just look at it with no context, 6 rounds on the T side of Overpass is definitely a workable scenario, and it looks like I say some good duels here. They have loaded the bomb site of Blink. They're getting caught out of position so far. Another frag comes in from Faven. He's doing so much work. A third with the USB in hand. And he's loving life so far in this B-bomb. So the rotates have started to come in, though. Synopsy chimes in with 1. Rouse, though, is going to put the nail in the coffin. GXX falls, and it's just Synopsy alone. He has a smoke to try and buy some space to work with, but there's so many players and so many angles to think about. It's so difficult.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it is certainly, I think, nice to see that they don't just fall apart. Oh, great response coming in. That's really well done, actually. The fact that it's, you know, damage found by the AKs, info comes through, and they were ready with that nade to find that kill. Brilliantly done, and it sets up the rest of the B-bomb site here. We do have Juan Flatro chilling in a smoke. The patient's going to pay off as they'll walk into him. Again, well read, just letting them make the mistakes.
Just 2 then remaining, but Blink is in towards the CT area. Still, how is he still alive here? He's going to come up now. Finally goes down. 11 rounds on the board for Sprout. How on earth does he find that kill? How on earth are we back in a 4-on-4? GXX is going to trade back. So only a momentary advantage. But that frag alone was perplexing enough, as it seems Blink are cleaning this one up.
Yeah, surviving a little bit. We talk about these types of rounds as building momentum, moving into the next map, but really, it's Sprout Permaban, your pick trying to go for the punish, and it's not a bad map by any means for Blink. So, you do worry moving forwards. Spiddy inside the smoke, going to try and pull off some cheekiness. Great flick from Slacks, but Synopsy is not distracted. Well, inside the smoke doesn't find much success. Contacting B. Why not pull out some of your wackier strats? And it started off relatively well. Synopsy does get one, though. Blinded up, jumps down. I think they've missed this jump down even. Get some utility out of their own, but Synopsy's had plenty of time to create some space for himself. Here's Rolls. Doesn't win the fight, though. Meanwhile, Faven taking one towards Heaven. Again, as is the meta, keep it open, tap some heads. Don't get that smoke down. Let's get the fights going. However, Rigon will use it to his advantage. Trade it out quickly. It's now just scenario. It feels like to kind of save the game. They needed more than just the one rifle round, really. Gets ahead of the Molotov. Isolated Slacks and a low HP Rals, but Rals is out of there. Or is he? Yes, he is. He doesn't quite know, of course. Being on low HP, it is kind of a difficult call here. We'll get the bomb plant. They're going to need a hell of a shot. Goes for an open one so he can take this fight as quickly as possible, but Scenario knows his moves. Big man Spiddy, 23 and 8, so if there's anyone to go up there, it's definitely him. What can they find? There you go, one tap lands.
It's such a good play. They molly barrels and kind of flummox that CT side and then boost when they're not looking at it and they're kind of dazzled in the headlights. GXX in towards Connector. He finds one that's going to really stifle this attack. They make so much ground here. Rigon, though, he's on the flank. More frags still going the way of Blink. It's just Spiddy remaining. That is a monstrous shot, but I don't think he can expect the flank. And
in all fairness, they'll go back in for a boost here to try and deny or find a kill. They can't deny the bomb plant, but they'll bring it down to a 4 versus 2. And now this is a very doable looking retake. Spiddy, still very, very scary when he's in action. Having a great game here. Would be quite something if they can pull this off, though, of course, to end the game. Slacks with a shot like that might be the first step. It is just going to be him now. He needs all 4. Oh, gets the third. One tap onto the final kill. No, can't get it done. Scenario will finish him. Late fake. There is a small window to catch him. Uncomfortable, but now he's here and ready. Tag will land onto Rals. Info's going to be in. He's not giving too much away, really. They're buying time for the rotations to come in. Kai with the first. Von Flatcho from behind, though, will take out Rals. Plant is indeed going to go down, but again, it's Spiddy and Kai. They have to try and keep things going. Spiddy going to go down. Low HP here for Kai. It would be quite something if he could pull this off. They'll find the first. They've got to know where he's at. Playing the headshot angle in and around the window. Runs out of ammo, but they're not quite capitalizing. There it is, though. Peek from both sides. He was definitely dead. Will be the 13th for Blink. Again, it's very costly, but they keep on edging them out. Very, very strange stuff. Yes, it is obviously a round that we don't really expect them to win, but all the same, those problems that we predicted maybe going to be there, and we'll see whether they're here into this round. Rals not able to check the angle as cleanly as he would like. It's the play from short that makes the difference here. Juan Flatcho is up quickly, and all this action happens quite deep in towards long, in towards short, so rotations will be on the way. They're getting overwhelmed. Spiddy's pushed forward. There's a bit of a miscommunication, of course, and now it is just GXX. Seems like they've saved their best round till last, but GXX, we talked about his clutch factor. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit of it. Bomb retrieved, but it's Favin on the edge of the smoke that will take him down.
oh, this is brilliant. Such good information and such good mid-rounding. Sprout so close to going into the meat grinder, but they made the perfect call.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely hard to read into, you know. Is that part of the plan for their pistol? Is that a bit of a counter-strat to the way that Blink like playing things? Whoa, all the same. They've managed to find themselves the bomb plant and the man advantage. Molotov doesn't quite land. It's going to give a lot more space there for a cross. And, oh, there's a player in on the bombs, but he will get the spam, will get the frag. Synopsy finding a couple here, but he's the only one left. He's picked up the kit. He's found the fourth. And he's definitely on for the ace. Going to go for the hold. Rals with the spam. Can't quite find him. He's so low. And just by the skin on the skin on the skin of his teeth, Synopsy will get the pistol and the ace.
But I think they're going to play contact heavy anyway now. Working their way up these stairs. These first duels are going to be so important as a player tracked in towards wood. The flash is good. But the anti-flash player even 4-on-4 now. Slacks accelerating. There's a player jumping on this double stack. But Synopsy, the hero last time around, he can't get too much done. Jan Fletcher trying to rotate him to do some work, but there's a lot of T-side players here for the moment. 3-on-3 now, but again, it's the same storyline as the pistol squib, taking space on A and some perfect information as the bomb gets rotated over.
They seem to be giving a lot of autonomy over to a select few players, and it's kind of paying dividends, at least in the first couple of rounds. We've gone in quickly. No smokes, of course, to keep him at bay. Going to go on high. A little bit of a regret. Get some information off the back of it. But these two players are pretty low. Kai out in the open. Left eye peek gets it done and sets up Spiddy to get the return round. You know, it really is a tough one. This is a moment where I'd like to see the likes of GXX drop a flash across to somebody, buy another one. That's not possible, actually. Let me fact check myself. Either way, we'll see the action coming out on towards ramp here. Key able to find the first two. It's Favin over on B. And they have played this round perfectly for my money, right? You're on a map like Vertigo. A couple of low HP bars indeed could be vulnerable to the Deagles. Oh, and a couple of heads that could be vulnerable as well. You'd assume it should be all good. They move back towards A, looking to get the bomb down over here. Rigon holding, but he will fall pretty quickly now, just Synopsy.
Yeah, indeed, but look at the HP, though, on these three players. If Synopsy can somehow isolate some good duels, just maybe, there's a sniff of a chance here. On Miguel, working his way through. Key's on the off angle. Synopsy chimes in the first. He has more HP than both of these remaining players combined, so I've seen stranger things. Peeking through on the Deagle, trying to accelerate. What on earth was that? No kit. Gonna make it all the more difficult. Time is starting to burn down. I think it's going to be round over. I don't think Synopsy has a chance, but he's doing so much work. Of course, combined with the pistol, it feels like he's the only one lifting it.
Go now. He's going to miss the chance. Could get one of the lurkers, however. Ooh, I was going to say it's well read, but the contact play does not work. There's a player at Sandbags, of course, and Rigon ain't missing. And now they have the second line of defense in the form of Juan Flatro that might not get checked. This is actually really well put together. They still have the bomb. They still have the option to go B, of course. But they're going to walk straight into the trap. Another kill surely comes in off the back of the boost. Juan Flatro not quite giving it. There it is. Rigon now has another opportunity to peek out. Juan Flatro quickly going to be joining him. Really well put together here. Great idea, and it works perfectly.
Blink plays. GXX is pushed aggressively in towards Ivy, and he peeks at a nice time. He drops the bomb. 19 seconds, and Flatro's up close. He can drop it again. But the bomb does indeed get planted. So bomb is down. Blink. They're one man to the good.
Only just, though. It does hang in the balance a little bit here. And, oh, positional change. If he'd have landed that one, really could have been the round. Slacks, it's difficult for him to re-peek out here. He will find Juan Flatro. Information in for Spiddy now. A quick rotation across. They'll get the tap onto the bomb. He makes noise, but they're so damn low. They're also players without the kit, but Scenari finds the all-important headshot. Not really finding anything just yet, and it's going to be a wide swing from the Sprout boys. First kill comes in. They've trapped a player on the right-hand side here as well. And Rigon's got to be very careful. Does get one, but that is all. Flash comes in to get a bit more information. Meanwhile, Synopsy, great capitalization here.
Now, this is madness. The bomb is still here. Look, the bomb is still trapped, and they're pushing in through A. For a moment there, Scriv, Sprout were 5A on that round, and Blink had left the bomb in towards the A side of kind of that lower area. If the bomb had been on one of those B players, they'd already have won this round, but this is absolute madness, and I'm not totally sure what either team was thinking. This is crazy.
It is a bit out there. Synopsy takes his flank, pushes it the whole way, and you can kind of get it, you know, when there's nobody else around, it's like, right, they've got to have someone pushed into B. That's the only reason that they would fully abandon this idea. Scenari here, that kind of stress, that kind of dealing with the pressure, maybe not something that Blink want this evening. They've got their one win already. I'm sure they are confident in getting many others. New look Sprout, though, hard to deal with at the moment. Rigon peeks in for one, tries for a second, doesn't quite get it. It is the AWP of Slacks out towards Ivy. Oversteps, and GXX will punish him. Favin on the double up setup, though, going to drop Rigon. Great find on the pre-fire there from GXX. But the bomb, well, it's got the wrong idea. Forced forwards. GXX maybe wanted to drop back, but now, of course, they're going to have to move into this here. Flash comes over. It's awkwardly timed. It's down to just Favin. Oh, and a great flick to finish us off there.